Hello and welcome. My name is Miriam. I am a yin yoga and meditation teacher. Today we are going to be focusing on yoga for anxiety. And this one really resonates with me. Today is my first yoga YouTube ever, so naturally I'm feeling all the feelings. So it is the perfect class to kickstart our yoga YouTube journey together. So let's begin by setting up. All you'll need today is a hard surface to practice some yoga on. If you have a mat, that's great. If you don't have a mat, finding a carpeted area or even just on the floor. We won't be needing any props or anything like that. Every one of my videos is intended to help you heal and feel and make more space for compassion. So if you enjoy this, please subscribe to let me know. So grab your mat, get yourself ready, maybe take your hair out of your ponytail if you have one, and I'll meet you on the mat. Okay, so welcome. I am feeling very warm for my first class, for my first yoga YouTube class. So bear with me as I settle in. Okay, welcome. Let's get started. So to begin, bring yourself into whatever position feels most comfortable for you. You can be seated cross-legged, laying down on your back. You can lay on your back with your legs straight or let your knees bend, knocking in towards each other. This is your time to connect with yourself and offer yourself whatever position is going to bring a sense of ease into your body and ultimately into your life. So as you settle in, just begin to close the eyes, releasing some tension from the muscles in your face, in your neck, in your shoulders. Let your body begin to grow a little bit heavier. I find the arms are really indicative of whether or not we're carrying stress. Just see if you can let them be a little bit heavier, whether you're seated or laying down. Just really let gravity be your assist here. And then closing the eyes if you feel safe and comfortable to do so. We begin to turn all of our attention towards ourselves. From here, take a few deep breaths. I know we may be feeling a little bit jittery or tense, maybe a feeling of hurriedness or like you need to be rushing to results, but slowing down, just taking a few deep breaths. And we're going to practice a really calming breathing technique just to get started with our practice before we get into any of the movement. And how we'll practice this is, if you can, breathing in and out through the nose. Otherwise, incorporating the mouth in your breathing also works. We're going to bring a sense of predictability and safety into the present moment by regulating our breath with some box breathing. And how we'll breathe is inhaling to a count of 4, holding our breath for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding our breath for a count of 4. So closing your eyes, just allowing your body to grow heavy. If you'd like, you can bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. Otherwise, you're perfect exactly as you are. And let's begin with a deep exhale. Let's inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2. Last round. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And from here, we'll all meet laying down on our backs. Just taking your time to arrive with a flat back. We'll begin with the knees bent, your feet pressing down into the ground. Just noticing how it feels if you weren't already here, feeling the support underneath your seat, your spine, your shoulders, feeling the weight of your head connecting with the ground. From here, let's draw both knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a little hug. Pausing here for a moment, we're slowing things down, taking a deep, nourishing breath in. And then as we exhale, let's bring the hands towards the hamstrings and slowly begin to lift your heels up towards the ceiling. And as you're here, maybe there's a gentle bend in your knees, or you can work to extend them. But wherever you are, we're just beginning to invert in the low body. Option to remain exactly here with your hands supporting you, or if you'd like, you can begin to incorporate your arms, lifting your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then as we're here, of course, all of the sensations are going to intensify in our toes, in our feet, the ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips. And if your arms are extended, then in your fingertips, throughout your fingers, your palms, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, maybe even into your shoulders. Noticing here some gentle core activation, maybe not so gentle out the gate or as we continue to hold. But as we're here, finding your deep breaths and just observing all the sensations unfold. Key to a yin practice is, of course, slowing down. Stemming from traditional Chinese medicine, yin and yang, we have so much yang energy in our lives, characterized by a faster paced energy, some drive, some ambition. A lot of it's associated with daytime and the sun and summer season. If you're in the northern hemisphere, then there is a lot of yang energy happening right now. And yin is all about balance. So consider how much you've been moving, how much you've been trying, how hard you've been on yourself to keep going, keep improving, keep doing. And as we're here trying to hold, connect with the sensations, we begin to offer ourselves this sense of balance. And if you have been feeling anxious, know that that tends to increase blood pressure. But when we invert, lifting our limbs higher than our heart, changing the direction of blood flow, this is known for helping with blood pressure, with circulation, with our mood. For the final minute that we're here, try your best to focus on your breathing. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you open them, but just connect with yourself exactly as you are. You've got this. Taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And if you'd like, you can count to 4 on the inhale, count to 4 on your exhale. We're here for 1 minute. Let's begin. let's take a deep inhale. Then as you exhale, hugging both knees in towards the chest, offering yourself a little squeeze, and close the eyes once again, just watching the sensations dissipate, blood flow returning to its natural direction, taking a deep inhale here. And then as we exhale, let's lower the feet down towards the ground, just placing your hands intuitively wherever it feels right for you. And then let's slowly release some of that tension, maybe rocking the knees slowly side to side. Maybe you welcome a nice long big stretch. There is no right, there is no wrong, just taking this time to connect with yourself. And slowly let's all meet, laying flat on our backs. And then let's hug the right knee in towards the chest, both hands supporting that right shin, just drawing the right knee in towards your chest, towards your right shoulder, taking this time to ease into some dynamic movement. So as we're here, let's bring the left hand towards the left hip, the right hand towards the top of your right kneecap, and we'll just begin to draw some circles with the right knee. And if you'd like an even greater range of motion, then letting that right knee free flow, moving even slower than you may be inclined to. Because when we move half as fast, we notice twice as much. So just trying to grow curious about how things feel in your hip. Let's change directions. See if you can explore new crevices, new aspects of yourself, all through this hip mobility movement. Let's complete one more circle before meeting back in through center. We'll squeeze the right knee in towards the chest, and then with the left hand, guiding that right knee all the way over towards the left. And let's begin by being really gentle with ourselves, placing our hands on the body. Maybe your eyes are open, maybe they're closed. See how it feels if you lower your nose over towards the right, bringing this spinal twist up into the neck. And as we're here, trying to simultaneously lower that right knee down towards the ground, lowering that right shoulder down towards the ground. As you settle in, maybe connecting with the warmth and the gentleness of your own hands, of your own touch. Or if you'd like, you can begin to open them out towards the sides in cactus, or straight out from your sides in what I'll call a capital T shape, palms facing up. But really let this be your time to connect with whatever version feels best for you. And we'll slow down, taking a few deep breaths. And let's take 3 deep breaths all together. We begin with a slow and steady exhale. Let's inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale fully to release, growing heavier into the mat. And for the final minute that we're here, trying your best to close the eyes and to connect with all the sensations in the body, from the surface of your skin to the layers deep within. Taking this time to slow down, to connect, and to breathe through whatever comes up. We're only here for 1 minute. Try your best to be still, to be attentive, and take care of yourself. Let's begin. Let's take a deep belly breath in, filling up your belly with as much air as you can. And as we exhale, slowly rolling the right low back down towards the mat. Let's plant both feet into the mat, knees pointing up towards the ceiling, placing the hands intuitively and just pausing here with some stillness, observing the sensations, absorbing them, and slowly noticing as they fade away. The body is processing and returning to its resting state. Let's slowly begin to extend that right leg long. We'll draw the left knee in towards the chest, interlacing your hands around your left shin. And then as we're here, squeezing that left knee in, you'll feel that stretch through your hips, through your glutes, maybe even into your hamstring. And taking a deep breath as you're here. Let's lower the right hand down towards the right hip and just begin to guide the left knee in a circular direction. Maybe you release that left hand, let it keep flowing. We'll slowly draw smaller circles, changing the direction. Bending that knee, extending that knee, seeing how far you can explore. And if you ever notice any asymmetries or any kinks in your body, it can be so easy to grow self-critical or judgmental or think, I wish my body wasn't like that. Just noticing as that happens, offer yourself some grace and slowly let's hug that left knee back in towards the chest. From here, the right hand connects with the left knee and let's begin to twist, guiding that left knee outside of the right hip. And then once again, connecting your hands with your body, if that feels great for you today. Otherwise, you can begin to open your arms out into cactus, maybe out from your sides in that capital T, whatever feels best for you today. But if your hands are connecting with your body, right hand on your thigh, left hand on your ribs or outer abdomen, just noticing the warmth of your hands, the weight of your hands, letting your eyes be open or closed, whatever is going to help you settle in to your own body and to your own experience. Maybe the nose remains pointing upright, or you can slowly begin to twist and lower it over towards the left. But this is your practice, your time to connect. So no need to force anything. Letting go of those expectations that we tend to put on ourselves about I've got to go to the deepest level. I've got to work on my flexibility, my mobility. If not now, then when? Let all of that go. Why don't you let this be a time to meet yourself where you are, how you're feeling, taking into context everything you've got going on in your life, your work, your passions, your interests, your relationships, your home, whatever. What you did yesterday, what you'll do tomorrow. We can deal with all those things when they're happening. Taking this time to meet yourself where you are, how things feel. Let's take 3 deep breaths all together. We'll slowly exhale. Let's inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Settling into stillness, finding that deep flowing breath, trying to improve your lung capacity. And let's stay exactly as we are, trying to be as still as possible to receive the full benefits of this mindfulness practice for 1 minute. Let's begin. And let's take a deep belly breath in. And as you exhale, slowly rolling onto the left low back as we're here, recentering the hips, the spine, pressing both feet into the mat with your knees bent. And let's just place one hand into the palm of the other above your head. Or if this doesn't feel great for you, just opening your arms out from your sides, letting this moment for openness and this receptive body language, totally surrendering to what is happening, finding your deep breaths. From here, let's begin to peel our spines up off the mat, and we'll roll forward into a tabletop position. From here in your tabletop, wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees right under the hips. From here, I like to welcome a little bit of a gentle cow. So bending the elbows, lifting the chin parallel to the ground, creating some length in the spine. And as you exhale, pressing into the palms of your hands, rounding chin in towards chest. As we inhale, bending the elbows, lifting the chin parallel to the mat. And as we exhale, rounding, especially across that upper back, spreading your shoulder blades apart. One more deep inhale as we arch. Exhale as you round. And we'll meet with a flat back. From here, we'll welcome some side wiggles, just so we're moving the spine in all the ways that it can, crunching the left shoulder towards your left hip, and then crunching your right shoulder towards the right hip. Noticing as you crunch to one side, we're elongating the opposite side. And just taking your time, wiggling your spine, eventually bringing your chin over towards the shoulder. That's getting closer towards the hip. Let's make sure this is even on both sides. And then we'll meet back in through center. And from here, let's release some of that pent-up energy, releasing some of those shoulds that many of us hold on to, that we should be doing something, that we should look a certain way. Releasing all of that, let's welcome some spontaneous movement in the body, trying your best to welcome some free-flowing spinal wiggles. Maybe you're rounding, maybe you're arching, maybe you wiggle side to side, rolling your shoulders, rolling your hips. But as soon as you find yourself welcoming some predictable movement, can you interrupt it? See if you can welcome some more space through the back, through the spine, as you wiggle yourself all around. Letting this moment for freedom, for creativity, for some playfulness and lightheartedness, which is ultimately what yoga is all about. Slowing things down, finding your deep breaths. And then from here, let's walk the knees in towards each other, sitting your hips back towards your heels. And from here, just sitting back towards the heels, welcoming some quad stretch. We'll also be accessing our ankles, the tops of the feet. Let's bring the spine nice and long and tall. From here, closing the eyes, taking a deep inhale as you do so, finding that length in the spine, your neck, the crown of your head, reaching up. And as you exhale, settling in, grounding through your hips, letting your arms grow heavy. Let's inhale, finding that length. Exhaling to settle in. One more deep inhale. And exhale, settling in. From here, let's open the arms out into this sort of W formation. So the palms of the hands are facing forward. And from here, all we're gonna do is draw the hands in towards each other and open up. Drawing in and opening up. Drawing in and opening up. And in and open. Keep flowing, but can you link this movement to your breath? Closing the eyes, moving as slowly as it feels right for you. Maybe inhaling with one movement, exhaling with the other. Maybe you begin to move as vigorously as possible, finding your breath. Welcome this arching, rounding of the back, cleansing through your chest, through your shoulders, getting that heart rate up slightly. We're releasing some of the jitters, some of the tension that we might otherwise be feeling. And just creating space. This is what we're doing. Creating space in our minds, in our hearts, in our bodies for more compassion. First and foremost towards ourselves. And then slowing down, finding your deep breath. Let's lower the hands down towards the thighs. Just begin to gently massage from your hip creases down towards your knees, feeling your own warmth, your own touch, taking this time to connect, reminding yourself that you are safe, you are supported, and that you are seeing yourself. And then slowly, let's begin to round through the upper back, lowering our hearts, our chests down towards our thighs, lowering the forehead down towards the mat. The arms are reaching back towards the toes, palms facing up. And if you'd like a support here, you can stack your hands underneath your forehead. As we're here in this restorative child's pose, I'd like to bring to mind this concept in yoga called Svadhyaya, which is all about self-study, which is said that we can't introspect without having a calm and present mind. So now, settling into some stillness, finding your deep breath, letting yourself grow heavier into yourself. Consider the more time that we spend thinking about the past, the more negatively or depressed we may begin to feel. Just as much if we begin to wander into the future, thinking of all the things we should do or could do, all the things that might go wrong, spending time dwelling on all of the worries, that we may tend to feel more anxious. So it's really helpful to check in with yourself in the present moment if you find your mind is spending too much time in the past or in the future. Consider one thing that we did throughout this class that has helped you feel more present. Whether it's closing the eyes, connecting with your sensations, with the sensations in your body, whether it's some regulated breathing, whether it's some regulated box breathing, or just steady, or whether just the slow and steady breath, inhaling and exhaling to a count of 5. Take 1 minute here to consider how you'd like to connect with yourself exactly as you are. From the surface of your skin, feeling your clothes, the temperature of the air, to bringing your attention towards the breath, whatever can help you, whatever is resonating with you today. Come back to that. We're here for 1 minute, and remember, this is all a practice, and good things take time. So even if your mind is really hyperactive and racing all around, let this be a practice of giving yourself time and space and grace to practice, to experiment, to see what works. We're here for 1 minute. Be gentle with yourself. We're trying our best. Let's begin. And then as you exhale, just bringing both hands underneath your shoulders, pressing yourself up. Let's cross at the ankles, work our way into a cross-legged seated position. And from here, working your way into a seated position. You can be cross-legged, you can have butterfly legs. Your legs can be extending straight out in front of you. More than anything, I hope that this has been a time for you to connect with yourself, to grow more in tune with your own needs. If you want to see more yoga for healing videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I wish you all a lovely day wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Oh, let me know what you think in the comments below.